welcome to this tutorial. With this tutorial, you will get to know the second part of lesson 7. Last time, in the first part of the tutorial, we got to know the first topic, which is first time get to know somebody and introduce to each other formally, right? This is the first topic, meeting someone for the first time. And today we will look at the second part of lesson 7. And first of all, you should notice the second part of lesson 7, the text 2. We will talk about your major and also your faculty. So after this tutorial, or after the second part of lesson 7, I hope you should be able to present or introduce a little bit about your major studies and also your faculties, maybe also about those people in your faculty. So first of all, let's look at some new words. The new words, some of them we have learned it before, right? 谁, who, ask, present for, it's a pronoun, present the person, the information about person or people we don't know, right? 谁, 来, to come, 进来, to enter, but enter getting closer, so 进来. And opposite to 来, to go, getting further away, 去. Right? Next one, it's the word we really want to remember with this text. Say together with me, please. 介绍,介绍, to introduce. And whole lesson 7 is about introduce either people or an institution or a major. So remember this word, please. 介绍. Introduce myself. 介绍我. Introduce you. 介绍你 introduce language institute 介绍语言学院 introduce a bit 介绍一下 and next one, the formal way to mention name 名字名字 Ming by itself means name and 字 actually is the character. So you can understand like writing form of the name. And then it's the formal expression of name, 名字. 中文 capital 中 capital Z 中 from the word 中国 China. 文 means language, especially about written language. 中文 Chinese language. If it's not capital Z, then it means middle. If it's capital Z, then it's a special word from the country's name. 中文 Chinese language, because 文 is more about written language, so it's more about Chinese language in the writing form. For example, we can say 中文书 Chinese book, or 中文课 Chinese language class. But if we say it's 中文, somehow means it involves the writing part. 中文名字 Chinese name, because 名字 as I mentioned there is a 字, so it sounds like the writing forms of the name, so we more prefer use 中文 to modify 名字 means it's Chinese name rather than using 汉语名字. 中文 match the character here 字, so 中文名字 is much better Chinese name. 爸爸 we already know this. Next one, 学习 everyone should know 学习 study. 学习中文 study Chinese language. Or actually there are two characters, each of them both of them mean study. You can just use 学 by itself. Shows the same meaning, to learn, to study. Either you say 学习中文 or 学中文 more or less same. 学习汉语学汉语 same. But don't use 习 by itself, right? 学 and 学习 they are same. 习 itself in today's language we cannot use it by itself. 专业 major. So we can say study the major 学习专业 or study the major with 学专业 right? Major your specialty. 学习语言专业 study 语言专业 language major. 学习中文专业 Chinese language major. 学中文专业 study Chinese major. 美术 fine arts. 美 by itself, some of you already know beautiful is an adjective. 术 somehow means skills. So 美术 the skills to create beautiful things. Then fine arts, right? Painting, for example, you need some sort of skills to paint to make it look nice. So 美术 fine arts. And then we can say major, fine arts as the major, then 美术专业. What kind of major is that? We use words before to modify words after. 美术专业 arts major. 中文专业 Chinese major. So major is the word afterwards. We should put something detailed information before it to tell what kind of major is that. Another major is here. 文学 literature. 学 means study. 文 means language. So the study of language, written language, then it's the literature. We study those languages, written language people made. So 文学, and if it's your major, we can mention it as 文学专业. 文学专业. Next one is about your faculty or department. Say together with me, 系. Same, because this is a faculty and it's noun. So to give the details, what kind of faculty is that? Which faculty is that? We still put detailed information before it. 文学系 literature faculty. 美术系 art faculty. 中文系 the Chinese language here. 中文系 Chinese language faculty. The rest I think you know already. 马大为 as a name. 加拿大 Canada. 美国 the United States. We bring the new words to the text and try to read and comprehend the text together. So this is a dialogue between Ding Libo and Lin Na. They talk to each other about their own major studies and their faculties. Let's read their dialogue, the script of their dialogue together. 林娜，那是谁？林娜，那是谁？ Apparently, Ding Libo is talking to Lin Na, so he makes a question. 林娜，那是谁？ Who is that? 那是马大为 as the answer. Same. 那是谁？ Same order of words. 那是 and then give the information where the questioning pronoun is. So the question and the answer, they have the same order of words. 那是马大为。你认识不认识他？你认识不认识他？ As we mentioned earlier, 认识 positive, 不认识 negative together means know or do not know. Do you know or not know him? Do you know him or not? 我不认识他。No. The answer is no. So Lina says 我来介绍一下。介绍 the new words with this text means to introduce. 介绍一下 a bit for a while. In our language, we always intend to use 一下 together with verb. Introduce a bit. 来 in this case doesn't mean come, it means my turn. Whose turn is that? My turn to introduce. You can understand as let me introduce a bit. 我来介绍一下. If you want others to do something, for example, your turn to do something, 你来, or his turn to do it, 他来 do something, right? So the sentence is together with me once again. 我来介绍一下. 你好，大为，这是我朋友. This is my friend. So Lina is actually introducing. And 丁立波 says, 你好，我姓丁，叫丁立波. Introduces himself with 姓丁 surname and the name 叫丁立波. Right? People call me 丁立波 or my name is 丁立波. And he makes a question. 请问你叫什么名字? May I ask? 你叫什么名字? Before, when we want to know people's name, we may say 你叫什么? But here, make it clear with 名字 after 什么, it's same meaning, right? Before, when we learned 你叫什么, actually same meaning as 你叫什么名字. It's same, but put the 名字 here after 什么, make the question more clear, precisely asking what is your name, how people call you as the name, right? Next sentence, we look at the text. 我的中文名字. As we read new words, you should already know 中文, Chinese language. 名字, name. Chinese name, 中文名字. And it's nice to use 中文 with 名字 rather than Mandarin 汉语. 我的中文名字叫马大为. Be careful with this verb. When we introduce name, we use 叫 rather than 是 to be, right? We don't really literally say, my name is. We'd rather say, my name is called as 马大为, right? Be careful with this verb. When you introduce name, we use 叫. 我的中文名字叫马大为。你是不是中国人? I think everyone should understand this question pretty well. 是 positive, 不是 negative. You are or not Chinese people. 我是加拿大人. I am Canadian. 我妈妈是中国人. My mom is Chinese. 我爸爸是加拿大人. My daddy is Canadian. 你也是加拿大人吗? You also are Canadian 吗? Are you also Canadian? These sentences, each of you, all of you should say them pretty well. So I don't want to discuss too much. Then we move on. 不是，我不是加拿大人，我是美国人。Until here, it's all about nationality, everything. You should be very familiar with all these expressions. And from here, it's the topic we need to discuss more with this text about one's major. We look at how does Madawi make the question? 你学习什么专业? As we know, when we read new words, to tell which major is that, we put the detailed information before the words 专业. For example, 中文专业, 美术专业, right? So what kind of major is that? We put a detailed information before the words of 专业. So if when you ask people, what is your major, means this word you don't know, then we use 什么 to take the place. And the question becomes, you study what major? Pay attention to the difference here. In English, if we want to know people's major, we may say, what is your major? But be careful, in Chinese, we have to say, you study. The verb is study. What major? And to answer this question, and also when you introduce your major, don't forget we use this pattern. 我学习美术专业. We use 学习 as the verb. I study arts major. This is the pattern, the sentence we use to introduce major. And of course, based on this statement, this is the question. It answers the question by providing the detailed information before 专业, the words of 专业. So, question 你我学习什么美术专业 and the answer, they follow the same order of words. Only when there is a 什么, take it out and put in the detailed information. So you have a very good answer. I study arts major. And the next one, 你呢? So means same question. How about you? The same question is 你学习什么专业? What major do you study? And Ma Dawei says 我学习文学专业. I study literature major. So be careful with the verb once again and pay attention to how do we introduce the major. 现在我学习汉语. Now I study Mandarin. So Lina sums up, 现在我们都学习汉语. Now we all study Mandarin. 也都是汉语系的学生. Also, all are Mandarin faculty the students. Students belongs to Mandarin faculty. And this is the way we can introduce what is your faculty. You can say, I am a faculty the student. 我是 I am 我是汉语系的学生. Normal, so you can say that means I'm students from a faculty, and this is the sentence we may use to introduce your faculty rather than saying my faculty is. For example, my faculty is FAS. We don't really say 我的系是 FAS. We prefer to say I am FAS student. So pay attention to the difference of the Mandarin language and English language, and notice how do we introduce major using the verb 学习, and how do we introduce your faculty using 是 and I am the faculty's student. Pay attention to these patterns when you introduce your own faculty. And after reading this text, I hope you can think, how do you introduce your major and your faculty? We'll discuss this in the class. That's for today. Thank you and happy learning Mandarin.